Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and one of the Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday. And I want to give you guys a couple reminders. So on Monday, I did send out the email for leadership and support team nominations. So this is where go through, interview people for the different roles, select every. All right, we're back. So that link, it's going to have you select who you want to nominate for the new incoming teams. Everything will be going through your current leadership team. Although BNI Arizona office is collecting the information, we are going to send it all to your leadership team. Because one of the things that Carolyn and I are wanting to do is make things easier for our leadership and support team members. So one of those items was being able to collect the information for them for our leadership and support team process. So we're really excited to kind of get everything streamlined this year, which is super helpful, I think. And so once we collect all the information, we're going to send it out to the amazing leadership teams, because it will ultimately come down to our current leadership teams deciding who's going to be the next president, and then they'll bring that new president into the mix to decide the next vice president, and then bring them into the mix to decide the next secretary treasurer, and then together, as with the new leadership team and current leadership team, will decide who's going to be the next people in the support team. So we're really excited this year for the new process. Training's going to start the second week of August. And for Member Extravaganza, I wanted to give you guys an update. So I'm still waiting on a few responses on who sponsored certain new members. So I was going to do the live drawing for the raffle today, but I'm going to move it to next Wednesday, only because I want to make sure that I get everyone's name into the mix that sponsored an amazing member during Member Extravaganza. So if you're tuning in right now, waiting for that raffle that was supposed to be today, we are going to do it next week. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows to tune in to next week's edition, because there will be a live raffle for our amazing sponsors that brought in new members during Member Extravaganza. Super exciting. Today's education, guys, since we have a lot of new members that have come in during Member Extravaganza, I wanted to remind everybody one of the biggest pieces of visibility in BNI is your online profile. And a few things to keep in mind, one of which is to make sure your profile is completed correctly, that your business name is listed correctly, your contact information is in there correctly, that everything is visible. There's also a couple key pieces on your profile, such as the My Business section, especially if you have a unique category. The more information that you can provide on that online profile will actually better your chances in cross-chapter referrals. So I highly encourage everyone, go through the online profile. You can do it through the app, or you can do it through the web version. Both of them work, but go through the profile settings in the app, or if you're in the online version, you'll just click Update Profile / My BNI page, and there's about 6 different tabs on the profile. Go through each one, make sure they're updated. There's even a spot for a picture, make sure it looks professional, of course, and your company logo, as well as adding all your social media links. That way, if someone visits your profile on the BNI Arizona website, they can then click on the links to view any of your social media platforms. So make sure to include all of that amazing information. And one of the biggest things is also to make sure that your classification is correct. I know when we submit a new member application online, it can be confusing as to where our category is. So if you are representing a certain profession and maybe you couldn't find it in the drop-down menu, please reach out. I'm happy to help make sure that you are in the right category. We've found a couple different changes lately with people's categories, and it's just because there's so many different options. It's hard to really figure out if certain professions are in the drop-down menus somewhere. So I'm happy to help kind of coordinate with you on that. to make sure that you are in the right category for your profile. And then the other piece to the profile is the tops profile, where you can actually list your top problem solved, your top professions that you want to be connected with, your favorite BNI story. Like I mentioned, the more information that you fill out, the better. So make sure to go through. If you haven't looked at your profile in a while, I would highly recommend to go through and fill it all out. There's also a section in the profile to fill out your bio, so all your bio information, which if you are a secretary treasurer, if the members fill out the electronic bio version, there is a report in BNI Connect that you can pull members' bio to introduce them for the feature presenter. So instead of filling out the paper bio form, you can also use that as an option. So I know a lot of people didn't know that that was available, or had known that you could fill out your bio, but just didn't know that there was a report in the chapter reports to where you can pull a member's specific bio if they have their information listed in BNI Connect. And all of that is part of your BNI profile. So why not maximize on additional visibility, especially with cross-chapter referrals? Because BNI members love to do business with other BNI members. So the more that we can help support the businesses within the BNI family, the more it'll benefit everyone. But the biggest piece is having your profile filled out, because if you don't, they're going to go to the next person who does. So please, 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 I encourage everyone, take 5 to 10 minutes, go through in the profile, whether it's on the app or on online, and go through each of the tabs and make sure everything is filled out and make sure everything is correct, because that's going to be a big thing as well. And if you have any questions for that, let me know. Definitely looking forward to seeing everyone in next week's Wisdom Wednesday for the live raffle. And as a reminder, guys, we do have 3 options when it comes to our new member success program training. We now have a live version, we have a Zoom version, and we have BNI Business Builder. So all 3 are amazing options, and our new members can decide which one of those 3 options that they want to use to complete that new member training. We recommend to complete the training within their first 60 days of membership. That way we can get, the Secretary Treasurer can get you put on the feature presenter rotation, because you can't get on that rotation until you complete that training. And it will give you so much insight on the BNI membership and how to maximize your membership in BNI, and really how to prepare you for your 25 to 60 second weekly presentations. The feature presentation gives you all of the tips and tools on how to be successful in all areas of BNI. And if you have any questions on where to find any of those 3 options, please let me know. I'm happy to help. But thank you guys again for tuning in to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And remember to record 1 chapter education unit for watching. Thanks so much, guys. Well, have a great day.